Okay, what's going on, guys? Kieran from Fingers Crossed. Before we get started into this deck profile, I just want to apologise. I know it's taken me a long time to get it up there. Like, LDS 2 has been out for a little while, but I was waiting for some of the cards and I was playing around with it a little bit, playing around with numbers. So, yeah, it's taken me a little while. But before we get into it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We want to hit 300 by the end of February so that we can unlock something for our sealed only weekend. For our sealed only league. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So, 3 blue eyes, white dragon. That's how we're always going to. Obviously, it's a blue eyes deck, so you need the 3 blue eyes, white dragon. Choose whichever artwork you like. I think I'm going to get more of these and just play 3 of this one. I kind of like this. I like that one. Moving on. 2 blue eyes, alternative white dragon. So on the field and in the graveyard, this comes a blue eyes, white dragon. So that really helps for like our fusion plays. And also this pops a card, and you've only got a, like, I don't understand why the red eyes alternative is not as good as this, just revealing rather than tributing in your hand, but it is what it is. Not much we can do about that. Yeah, this card is really good, it's really crazy, and obviously level 8s as it runs through the theme. We play 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. So this card has made a comeback. I know that this wasn't really used very much in Blue Eyes, but now it's really good because obviously you can normal your Whitestone of Ancients, then you can target it and pop it. Maybe I'll consider playing Maiden with Eyes of Blue. So hopefully I can have like the Maiden and then this. Potentially another build coming up. I just had an idea. But for now, we've got this one. Yeah, it's really good because then you can special summon a Blue Eyes from your deck. So it's a blue eyes monster as well, so you can actually get into your Abyss Dragon, which is the card that you really want to get into. 3 Whitestone of Ancients. So this card is one you really want in your graveyard. You really want it in there. So you're going to get this, you're going to link it off into Link Karibo. Hopefully you've got more extenders in your hands to continue playing, but yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Obviously in the end phase it can get you a blue eyes monster, and it would normally be your Abyss Dragon again. Only 2 Whitestone of Legends because it's searchable, so you only need to play the 2. Because if you draw it, then you can search. So still search for it with your Need a Fiber. So I still play the 2 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So I play 2 because if you draw it, you need to have 1 in your grave to search. And this card is actually really good because it's 2 searches. So when it's special summoned, you can add a ritual spell or a polymerization from your deck. I wish it was like polymerization cards, because then you could add the new greater polymerization from your deck to hand. It's just polymerization, the normal one. And then during your end phase, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hand. So that's really good for follow-up turns. And that is basically searching. So you can basically add a ritual spell, and then in the end phase, you can add your ritual monster for your follow-up turn, which is really, really good. And obviously, it also helps the OTK because in the graveyard you can banish it to have all of your level 8 or higher dragon monsters gain 1000 attack. So that's also crazy. Play the 1 Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. So it's just like if it's normal or special summons, you can negate face-up monster your opponent controls. Blue Eyes doesn't really have a lot of negation, so playing the 1 with the negation will really help out. Yeah, and of course, obviously, quick effect. It has a quick effect. You can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. So again, that's pretty cool. Then on, we have 1 Deep Eyes White Dragon. So this is just basically like a hand trap. So if they destroy, when a face-up monster Blue Eyes monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, and you have a dragon type monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, and if you do, inflict 600 damage. So you're going to inflict 600 damage for every dragon monster in your graveyard with different names, and then also you can target one of them, and its attack and defense becomes that monster's. So essentially, if you've got like your blue eyes on the field and they've beaten over that, and then the rest of their monsters are like 2500, you can just summon this, target that. So you can deal damage to them, and then the rest of the monsters can't beat over it. So it's pretty good. So I play the 1 Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, and then the 2 Blue Eyes Chaos Max. So the reason I do this is because this card is just fucking nuts. This card is so hard to get over. Like a 4K body that you can't be targeted and it cannot be destroyed by Kono's card effects. And then what they summon in, that's 4,000, that's over 4,000 attack. So that one's pretty good. And then this one is really good because if you have something really problematic, it's not targeting, so it's a good way to get rid of like a Dragoon and stuff like that. Because if you ritual summon this with Blue Eyes White Dragon, which more often than not, that's what you will be doing. When it declares an attack, you can change the battle position of as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, make their attack and defense 0, and if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. So that's really good for like getting rid of a Dragoon, because like you're just gonna make his attack and defense 0, switch defense position, and then just get rid of it. Got one Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. I don't think it really needs to be explained why it's in there. We put a lot of dragons in the grave, a lot of lights, so we'll be able to use this and then Monster Reborn. Potentially I should get some Chaos Space to search it, but I don't have those just yet. Two more extenders. We've got Galactic Spiral Dragon and Nebula Dragon. So this one, while it's in your hand or graveyard and you control 2 light or dark dragon monsters, you can special summon this in defense position, but you have to banish it when it leaves. You can make all monsters you currently control level 8, so this is really good for like XYZ plays to help you get into like your Zeus and stuff like that. And this one, you can just basically reveal this and a Blue Eyes in your hand and then summon them both, and then just go straight into Link plays, or you can go into XYZ plays like I just mentioned. And then for 2 more extenders, we've got White Dragon Wyver Burster and Black Dragon Collar Serpent. So these, obviously they're really good if you've got Chaos Space, but I don't feel like I need Chaos Space. I'll probably pick them up at some point, but obviously they're just good extenders. They summon themselves by banishing them from graveyard, and then they search the other one out. So absolutely crazy, just 2 extenders. Then moving on, for the last few monsters, we've got hand traps now. We've got 3. Well, let's do it like this. We've got 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Nibiru, and 1 Vela. Obviously added on to the Deep Eyes Dragon as another kind of like hand trap, I guess. We've got Nibiru is really good. Like I recently played in a remote draw extravaganza, and I didn't put Nibiru in because I didn't think there was going to be a lot of combo, and I basically just played combo. So Nibiru is good. You can put in whatever you like going to this. Vela's in there because it's searchable, and then Ash is obviously just a good generic hand trap. And then play the 1 bingo machine, basically because I only have one. I only have the one. I'm not going to buy it just yet. I bought a lot of other cards recently, so I just need to be careful with my spending. I'm going to be going on holiday soon. But yeah, so one of these could up this though. It's a searcher for basically the entire deck. Play 2 Advanced Ritual Arts and 1 Chaos Form. So obviously Advanced Ritual Arts really good. You can just, if you've got the monster and this in your hand, you can just send Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard and ritual summon. Easy peasy, done. And then obviously Chaos Form, you banish it from graveyard, which is what you're most likely going to do to ritual summon, which is again very, very good with Abyss Dragon searching everything for you. So for poly cards, I've got 1 Polymerization and 1 Greater Polymerization. So it's annoying that this is not searchable, but this is obviously searchable. That's why I only play the 1 off. So this, if you wanted to go into like your Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, then it makes it just protects it a little bit, and also gives it a piercing damage. So we play 2 cards of Consonance because we play like 5 Dragon Tuners, so it's a good to discard. And they all have graveyard effects, so that it's useful for that. And then we play 2 Melody of Awakening Dragon. Gets a card in the graveyard and searches for 2 that we want. So this card is nuts. Potentially I should have it as a 3. Potentially that's something I'm going to do in the future. Then we've got 1 Monster Reborn. There's not much you can say. It's an extender, and obviously I do have the 1 Return of the Dragon Lords also. Got 2 Dragon Shrine just to get the monsters in the graveyard. Like you can send the Blue Eyes and then send something else also. So it's 2 monsters you can put in the graveyard. Then we've got 1 Dragon's Mirror. you can just fusion summon by banishing your materials from the graveyard, which is really good. And then for the last 2 cards in the deck, play the 1 skill drain, because obviously you pay 1,000, but then negates all the effects. So basically it's who can get the biggest boss monsters on, and in blue eyes you've got the biggest boss monsters, so skill drain is really good. And then the last card is the ultimate creature of destruction. So this can just really help to protect your monsters while they're on board. That's really good. And then also if you normal or special summon it, you can reuse it. So this card is really good for protection. Onto our extra deck. We've got 1 Link Rebo. Obviously sometimes it's not, you don't get the most optimal hands, but you can special summon the White Stone of Ancients and then link it off into Link Rebo. Then you set up to summon White Abyss. Abyss will get you searches, and then you can go off on your plays on there. And then obviously if you've got extenders in your hand, you can use those. So 1 Link Rebo. 1 Hieratic Seal. This card's actually gone up. It's actually gone up to like 20-30 pounds. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because Dragon Link is like kind of seeing more play again. Like I played against the Dragon Link recently and it was pretty good. So and this card is really good. 1 Predator Plant. So we play fusion cards. So if you can make this and then go into your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, fucking do it. And obviously you can do it with your Greater Poly as well. Needle Fiber. We play so many tuners in the deck. It's just, you just want to be doing it just to fill your graveyard with those tuners to get their effects. Also, I do actually play another card in here that helps. I'll show you. The best Link free monster at the moment out there. Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. What more can you say? It's just absolutely crazy card. This has gone up to like £80 now. Like it's crazy. I actually got mine really cheap, but yeah. 1 Metal Marcher. So the reason I play Metal Marcher, there's been time I've not had the most optimal hands. I've been able to make Halky Fibrax, and then they've stopped me from getting the summon, and it's kind of fucked me up a little bit. So I'll get the first graveyard effect from the end of that turn, then I'll make Metal Marcher, and then Metal Marcher will bring back like White Stone of Ancients, and then when White Stone of Ancients leaves the field again, I'll get its effect again. So that's why Metal Marcher's in there. So we do play the 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. So this is actually a negation for in the graveyard, and then also you contribute this to bring out your Azure Eyes, and then Azure Eyes is obviously the one that you want to try and keep on the field as much as possible. So then yeah, we do have the Azure Eyes. I do also have the Black Rose Moonlit as an alternative option, but realistically you just want to be going into your Azure Eyes. Azure Eyes is, in my opinion, is very good. So when this card is special summoned, Dragon type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, which is until the end of the turn, which is really good. And then once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 normal in graveyard. So it's going to get you Blue Eyes out, and then it's just like it's protection in that turn, and then it's also an extender. So that card is really good. Then onto our fusions. So we've got 1 Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. So this card is really good. It can actually destroy 3 cards on the field if it's made with a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. It just has to be made with 1 as well. So it's just crazy, and it's a 4,500 beat stick. So we've got Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. So this can't be destroyed, and this can actually be contact fused by sending 2 Blue Eyes to the graveyard. Also, it can't be destroyed by battle, and it can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. So a 3k that can attack twice on monsters is just absolutely crazy. Also, if you attack, like if you say you attack into a defense position monster that's higher than this or whatever, you can actually banish that card. So that's also really good. So then we play 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So the reason you can make this is because you can send more fusions to your graveyard to be able to attack again. And then also during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Blue Eyes monster, so it could be itself really. Well, when this is in the graveyard, so when something else is on field, you can banish this card from the graveyard and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So it's a negate in the graveyard also, which is super helpful. And then the last few monsters, we've also, like, I know you can play the Galaxy Eyes, but I've decided to go for these plays because this obviously really helps going first. So obviously we've got the Draglubion package to go for the OTK, we've got the monster, we've got the negation if you want to go that way, and then of course, if you don't OTK them, you can just make Zeus and obviously everyone knows how good Zeus is. Absolutely mad how good this card is. Okay guys, so yeah, that's my Blue Eyes deck. I'm still learning the Blue Eyes deck, so it's obviously there's things that you can change. Obviously you can play the galaxies in there. There's more extenders you can run in the deck. You can add chaos space. But this is the deck that I've been playing recently with my friends, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. It's a good fun deck. Can be kind of competitive as well. Someone actually played in the remote duel extravaganza with this deck. My friend played against him, and so I don't know how well he did, but obviously that's quite interesting that he decided to play that. But Blue Eyes is just a really nostalgic deck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you might think I could change or add. I would like to play more nostalgic decks competitively other than Buster Blader, whichever that might be. I would prefer it to be Red Eyes, but if this is competitive, I'll play it. If Dark Magicians is more competitive, I'll play it. Like, I'm still new to the game, and nostalgia is where I'm hit, so that's where I want to be. Those are the cards I want to be using most. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.